Welcome into a brand new OSU Roundup midweek update. I'm Jessica Morey. We have a special treat for you this week. Former Oklahoma State quarterback Brandon Weeden has been helping us every Friday with our showdown breakdowns. So we thought, why not take it a step further and have him break down his film from his time here at OSU. Let's start with his very first start, Washington State in 2010. Take it away, Dave and Brandon.
We'd be crazy if we didn't do this. Brandon Weeden is here, so why not look back at 2010 and 2011, the great wins, the Big 12 title, the offensive concepts that came about through that time. So lots to cover. Where are we starting, my friend?
Let's dive in.
Let's go.
2010, Washington State at home.
Ooh, your first career start.
First start. There's
That's meaty.
A lot of good in this one. We obviously coming out of the tunnel. I tell people there's not a better feeling than running out of this tunnel in Boone Pickens Stadium. I've ran out a lot of tunnels, in the league and all sorts of things, but there's nothing better to run out in front of your home fans. And what a heck of a way to start. Hugo Chinasa gets a turnover, gives us the ball at the 16-yard line to start. Great start, first play of the year, and kind of set the tone for the defense for the year, and kind of made it easy for us, right out of the box.
You hadn't started a game in 9 years. Now the bad news is we had a delay of game.
Well,
but that, what the heck? You were just making people wait for the good stuff.
Well, I guess so. That's. I wish I could say I was nervous or something, but that's what I get for not starting a game since 2001.
2001. It'd been a while.
Yeah. So I'm glad we had this guy. This was kind of his show. Kendall Hunter, simple zone play here, just bounces it back, and it's a big time run. Gets us inside the 5, sets up an easy deal. So here's what we've been talking about, this diamond formation. And
that's the first play ever out of a diamond for anybody.
This was kind of the talk of this year. It kind of caught people off guard a little bit. I think the rumor has it they were at Grand Lake, and a couple coaches were drawing stuff on napkins, and I don't know if they had a couple cold drinks or what, but they got this one configured, and it was a big part of what we did. Obviously, able to run the football like you see here, just an easy walk-in touchdown for Kendall, but again, that became a big focal part of what we did. So good start there, up 7-0 right out of the gate, and a horrible decision here. Simple throw here, a little hitch route, trying to get me going, try to get the nerves gone, and almost to a pick 6. So not the way you want to start.
Well, that's all right. There was lots of good stuff to come in this game. A little scramble here.
Yeah, everybody talk. I'm not very mobile, people say, but
yeah, it's a pretty good throw for not being mobile.
In high school, that's all I did. I threw the ball on the run, a lot of sprint out, a lot of play action stuff. So I enjoy throwing the football on the run. Just don't ask me to run the zone read or anything like that.
Full diamond again, and Colton Shelf. Well, you had a lot of receivers, a lot of pretty good receivers.
We had some studs. Yeah, I talk about them all the time. I mean, we were pretty deep. I'd say we were 4 to 6 guys deep, and we had guys that could do all sorts of different things, different skill sets and those types of things. But this formation in particular, it makes it tough on the defense because one, this guy's in the middle of the field. This guy, they're both one-on-one on the outside, and there's a ton of guys in here. So now it's like, all right, what route do you want each guy to run? I mean, they could signal routes out there to them or whatever we want to do. But this formation opened up a bunch of different stuff for us, and kind of gave us the ability to do all kinds of things.
Well, and I guess really you just, for the most part, you get those one-on-one matchups on the outside.
And it's
kind of force their hand, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is pitch and catch. I mean, it doesn't matter. I could have my 5-year-old son out here. I mean, we can complete that ball. That's too easy. So it was a lot of that going forward.
It's a nice throw, by the way.
I appreciate it. We like
How about that?
Dilfer used to call us Dilfer dimes, but this was an absolute dime. But
Yeah,
this was
couldn't have thrown it any better, could you? I mean, you don't have to be humble here. You're among friends. That's about as good as it gets.
That's as good as I can throw it. Yeah, and the key, you can't really see it on this copy, but we see it later on. I knew Blackman's the best player on the field. This guy had no chance, and he wasn't even over the top. He was still underneath the DB, and I just said, you know what?
Yeah, I think we're going to see that here in a second. We see the replay, what you're talking about.
Pretty excited. So here we go, yeah. One-on-one with Justin Blackman. I mean, I'll take that all day long. If I slow it down here, I mean, when I let that ball go, he's even. We say, there's a term when you're playing quarterback, if you're even, he's leaving and let it rip. And I just threw it 45, 48 yards like Coach Gundy always said, and it was a dime for an easy touchdown. You see here, it's a 2-score game, 4th and 4. It's a long field goal. Good heads-up play here by, it looks like the safe defense. It looks like they have their safe defense on the field, and Great play by Ricchetti.
Really good. And what a character he is and was.
He's a character. Great guy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of great guys on this football team.
And that's why you won so much, right? One of the reasons?
We had a pretty tight-knit group. I mean, we did. We got a lot of praise, and everybody talked about how good we were offensively, rightfully so. But I tell you what, the defense, they were a bend, don't break. Caused a lot of turnovers. Very opportunistic at times, and heck, they won us a lot of games. You look back at that year.
Meanwhile, you had some good backs too, and Kendall Hunter on this night went for 257 on 21 carries.
Yeah, this guy, he's special. Kendall's one of my all-time favorite teammates. Doesn't say a word. I used to give him rides to class when we were freshmen, and it took me 3 weeks to get him to talk. But he does all of his talking with the football in his hands. I mean, just breaking tackles. He was a special back, and this team continued for the rest of the year. He had a great 2010 season. We kind of keep talking about it, but that diamond formation, there is a bunch of dudes in here. And again, 2-time Blitnikoff winner, first-round pick, best receiver in the country. I don't care who that is. That could be, well, maybe not Deion Sanders, but that could be somebody. I like my chances with 81. So, again, I always told the backs, it's 3rd and goal here. I always told the backs, I'll give you 1 or 2 chances to punch it in. Kendall got us down to the 1. Weren't able to punch it in. I said, all right, I'll give you 1 or 2 chances. If you don't score, I'm throwing to number 81. And so here we go, 3rd and goal. And if we didn't convert this one, I would have asked Gunny to go for it, and I would have thrown it again. But this was, again, a staple for what we did. A lot of people don't know this. This is a run play, and we just kind of had the ability to hand it off. You see the offensive line's run blocking. You got a lead play. He's going to come back. He's going to block out the in-man line of scrimmage. Inside zone on the right. So it's on me. If I like what I like out here, I can take it and throw it. If not, hand it off. And we did this hundreds of times throughout the year. And I'd say, a dozen or so touchdowns were on fades to Blackman just because defenses were stupid enough to single cover him out there.
And there's that change of direction from Kendall we were talking about.
See it one more time. This is special. Right here, you look, they got it leveraged pretty good, on defense. But when you got a guy like that can, wow. We like to say in the NFL, hat. Gives him a little hat and does what he does. And then, what he's got is you see him put that right foot in the ground right here, and boom, he goes north and south. That's just a big-time run.
He just took 2 guys out of the play. There were 2 guys that appeared to have an angle, and they're both, we go back and look at this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they both basically evaporate.
Yeah, this guy has no chance. 33 has no chance. Once he misses that one, 44 is not making that play. So now it's on the safety to make the play, and he still drags him for another 6 or 7 yards. He was one of the strongest guys on the team. For pound, he was a strong guy. He ran hard. He was an elite player. We were very lucky to have him, and he made us better offensively. There's no doubt. Mobility, come on, man.
Yeah, here we are again. Nice. Look at this. This is nice. I'm just a fan, but this looks nice to me.
Here's the deal. If I didn't have any quarterback tape type plays, but this is quarterback tape right here. This is maybe a little bit deep on my drop. Get a little pressure off the right edge, but that's fine. Watch the right shoulder dip, 2 hands on the ball. Ooh. Come out making a nice throw. That was, like I said, I didn't have many of these, but
nice.
I'm glad you brought this one up. This was.
You want to watch this like 20 times?
I could.
I'll go out and get us something to drink, and you can just keep watching this if you want.
I had to make sure it really happened. That was that's a good play.
That's big time.
Good play by me. But that was again right here down the red zone. This was. We've kind of talked about it off the camera, Dave, but this is simple stuff. They're basically giving us, they're playing at the line of scrimmage, at the down and distance marker. So you have all this space back here, which is fine, but you run these high-low concepts and try to get on the back of the end zone here, and if they want to drop and play deep, you throw it underneath. It's very simple. Simple 101 football, and great design by Monken, and Josh Cooper's going to get a first down on that play every single time. So that's, now we got a first down, we got 8 seconds left, we got plenty of time in college football with the clock stopping, and great way to end the half. Now we go up 38-10. And this thing's pretty much over from this point on.
Pretty much was. That's a good first start.
It was. Again, it makes it easy when you can hand the ball off to a guy like this. And as you see at halftime, he's already got 3 touchdowns, and it was a large reason we scored 38 points. But yeah, good start by us, and give a shout out to our defense. Washington State's got a pretty good offense. Only give up 10 points. They were probably on the field a lot. We were scoring at a pretty good pace. So. Good all-around game. Good all-around first half for us going forward.
That is some great stuff. Now, that was just the first half. You got to see what happens in the second half. Tune in for more after the break.
Mumford & Sons Delta Tour 2019. The Grammy Award-winning band plays songs from their smash debut album, Sigh No More, the #1 albums, Babel, Wilder Mind, and their new album, Delta. With special guest, Gang of Youths, Friday, October 11th, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Tickets on sale now at mumfordandsons.com.
Guys,
Hey, what time's your flight?
I've got an hour until I'm supposed to board.
All right, we have things to do. Is there any cancellations? I thought she was your best friend.
Yeah, she was. So they attached a dog's head on the man's body.
Where's your backpack? Mom. You know what? I think I'm gonna sew your backpack to your back. What do you think?
There goes that man again.
There he goes.
Let's watch this one from back. Everybody sees what he does with the ball after the catch, but you got to look what they do. Look what they do to this three technique over here. The three technique is this guy right here. Watch what this right side of the line does with this guy and just throws him out of the club. So now this void, he's running with Josh. Now this void right through here, I mean, I could run through this hole and get 6 or 7, well, maybe 3 or 4, but but you look at this from behind, that's great blocking up front by Lane and Grant on the double team. And you see Grant trying to get to the next level. That's about as good as it gets. And I can promise you, this guy right here went right to those guys and said, thanks, to give him. Well, he may not have said a word to him, probably just a high five, but it was that's big time blocking by the offensive line. I mean, look what they're doing to this guy. This poor guy's getting thrown out the club. So that's just that's good blocking by Grant and Lane, and great run by Kendall, and 7 points, good guys.
On his way to 257 on the night, as we said earlier. Now we're back in that full diamond again.
So
and he had good fullbacks. We need to point that out. That's one of the reasons, right, that they went to the full diamond. They like their fullbacks.
No doubt. I mean, it gives you so many variety of things you can do. I mean, you see here the game's out of reach, but you had Bryant Ward and David Paulson. I mean, there's 9 guys in the box. So obviously, just on numbers, I'm not a rocket science, but there's a bunch of dudes in there, and we're a man short. So again, if they want to single this guy up one-on-one, I mean, 1, you're stupid, but 2, I'm licking my chops. I mean, I knew this was going to be a completion or a touchdown, depending on the route. Right now, and the ball's not even snapped yet. So, same with Colton. He's a great route runner. But when you got this many guys in the box, just pick your poison. So they picked to load the box, and let's see if we can make them pay. Just a simple, easy comeback. I mean, that's stealing. It's a 20-yard route, but I can take a nice drop. I know I got full max protection. I get hit late here. This is where I get hurt. Was able to fight through it, but
Is this where you hurt your thumb?
this is where I hurt it. Yeah, so I hit on this dude's helmet right on the follow through, and fortunately the ball came out all right. But yeah, hit it on the follow through. Looked down, I thought it was broken. It was sideways and it was kind of stuck. But in the heat of the moment, little adrenaline going. Just came back and said, let's run it again. So we ran the exact same play, this time to a different receiver. But simple, easy completion. Isaiah Anderson, they're scared of his speed, so hurt thumb and all, I don't care. I could throw that one left-handed out there too, and that was pretty easy. So here we are, Blackman back in there. They want to play one high, and you can set this press bail, which didn't matter. So broken thumb, no problem. Again, this guy's special. So nice, easy throwing catch, good route by Blackman, and they got him.
Interesting celebration here.
Yeah, so if you can see my funky thumb, it's still a little funky to this day, but I can look down here. That thing it's crooked and it hurt, but I think the adrenaline's starting to wear off a little bit. And this is where I went straight to Rob Hunt, the trainer at the time, and said, "I'm not sure. I think something's wrong here." And so anyway, went inside and threw a little splint on it. Came back out with some ice and watched the end of the game. Watched Clint come in and do his deal. Now we're thinking about where we're going on the strip, Murphy's or Dirty's or whatever it was. So this was it was a fun night, fun first start, great win. Kind of started us, propelled us, into a fantastic season.
The way everything started, first win of 2010.
Well, that was quite the trip down memory lane. Now, Washington State wasn't the only game we had Brandon break down for us. We're going to have a few more coming your way in the following weeks. That's going to do it for this week's OSU Roundup Midweek Update. I'm Jessica Maury. Thanks for watching.